Okay, so this is my story about the first time I ever took mushrooms. It was the summer of 1996, actually spring of 1996. I was working third shift at a local truck stop and restaurant, and a buddy of mine named Phil, he was a cook and I was a busser. And he was sleeping with his drug dealer's girlfriend, and that's who got the mushrooms. And he talked me into this. We got off of work at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, and I don't know about this. It's like, I'm tired. He's like, don't worry, you won't be. We go to this girl's house over by the library here in town. And it's a really nice, quiet area. And so we go there and we eat these disgusting mushrooms. And they're really gross. Mushrooms are really gross. Just the texture is all chewy and they don't taste good. So we eat these damn things and we ate them straight. We didn't put them on anything. And we're sitting there on this couch, and it's like me, Philip, and the girl whose name I can't remember. And so I'm like, 20 minutes into this thing, I'm like, how long does it take this to, kick in, and what's exactly going to happen? Because I didn't know. Philip, he was like, you still got a few minutes. I'm like, all right. Watching these stupid morning talk shows. I'm bored. I'm kind of tired. But after a little longer, I'm sitting there and I'm like, It's like I'm starting to feel a little different. I'm saying this to myself. It's like, I don't know if this is a normal thing or not. So I'm like, why does it feel like I'm falling? And they just start busting up. Yeah, that was all it took, man. It was downhill from there. Because after a while, we went outside. And it was like, we're walking around, and it's like this nice, beautiful spring day. They're like, we didn't bring our IDs, and we don't have any cigarettes on us. I don't smoke, I never have. And I hate buying cigarettes for people. Absolutely hate it. Hate. And I don't use that word lightly. I'm like, fine. Make the guy that's all fucking geeked out on fucking mushrooms go buy you cigarettes. So we get over there, and I get in there into the Thorntons on the corner of Clinton and Oakland. Yeah, that's it. I go in there, and I ask for the cigarettes that I need for these people, and I'm trying to not just bust up laughing. And like I can feel myself twitching. Fucking buy these cigarettes and give the guy the money. And he's looking at me like I'm fucked up, and I know I'm fucked up. So get outside, get around the corner, and just lose my shit laughing. So after that, we walked around for a few minutes, but we really didn't stay outside that long. We were just too deranged, and it was too day. So we went back to this chick's house. Mickey, that was her name, Mickey. Yeah, so we go back to her house, and we're watching soaps, and like, I don't remember what we were watching. A lot of that day is kind of a blur. We were watching some soap, and this chick's eyes just kept like zooming in and out, like back and forth, and like bugging out on each side, and like it was just like, that's just too much for me, man. So, and then we watched MTV, and there's a Soundgarden song from that time called Pretty Noose. In the version that we watched, there was a woman dressed up like the devil, kind of, like a sexy devil, and she was dancing around, and I was like, does that mean all women are evil? And they laughed, and because that shit was funny. I think maybe it was the power of suggestion, but Philip had told me that like when he was coming down off of mushrooms, he would get really, really horny. And so, like I said, probably power of suggestion, because at like, I don't know, 2-ish, I'm like, I was in the very, very beginning stages of dating my first wife, before any kids, before she bloomed up to be a big giant cow. She was still young and pretty, and so, you know, and she still took care of herself. So it was like, I kind of want to get home and, you know, maybe, you know, have a little relations. And Philip, knowing, he's like, you don't want to go home quite yet. It's like, you want to wait just a little while longer because you don't want anyone to see you like this right now. People will freak out, you know, just don't know any better. There's a stigma on, you know, drugs and shit. So I was like, all right, we'll wait a little longer. But yeah, I mean, it ended, and I went back to feeling fairly normal that day. And I think I was off that night, so I don't know how I would have been able to function without being off that night. But yeah, I don't remember anything else that happened that day. It was a blur, and it was, you know, 21 years ago. But anyways, that's my mushroom story. I have another mushroom story that maybe I'll tell next week.